Folks, just an update. We also have a junior team out in the Dominican Republic. Yesterday was the time trial, and we did get 2 medals yesterday. In the girl junior individual time trial, Gabrielle Gabriel won the gold medal, first place in the Junior Caribbean Championships. So, congratulations to Gabrielle Gabriel. Today, she backed that up with a bronze medal in the road race. So, Gabrielle Gabriel is representing. Tomorrow, the team flies home. And Kaya Katu certainly doesn't want to be out here in the sun hot for too long. So she's trying to finish her race as quickly as possible. Kaya Katu's 13 laps to go. As she passes by, I will try and get the gap to Kedisha. But it's probably about a 30-second gap or so. As Kaya Katus passes along Regent Street, and here at the finish line in front of the BTB office, Kedisha Francis passes by. 13 laps to go for Kedisha. 3 prizes, 3 medals, 3 pockets of cash are on the line this afternoon for the women. Folks, it was raining a bit during the high school race, and we are hoping for another bit of rain. Try to cool down the grounds. Here comes Maya Bennett completing her second lap. 13 laps to go. Young Maya Bennett, future star of cycling in Belize. Currently riding in 3rd position. Currently heading to a prize in today's Women's Open Elite Race. At lap 5, there will be a prize given away by the Houston Professional Dental Clinic. Dr. Adrian Houston is giving away a lap prize on lap 5 and then again on lap 15. And I suspect the prize will be won by Kaya Katus, currently sitting in 1st place, riding alone. 12 laps to go for Kaya as she comes around. And here goes Kaya in her Cannondale bike, colored with the flags, with the Belize flag colors, blue and red. And that, by the way, was not her doing. That is the colors of her team. The LA Sweat painted her bike that just coincidentally matches the Belize flag. But it is identically colored to the Belize flag. Kaya's Cannondale machine. Here comes Kedisha Francis, still holding on, only about 30 seconds down from Kaya. Kedisha doing an amazing ride just to stay within sight of Kaya Katus. She has completed 3 laps, 12 to go. We are here right now with BTB representative Leslie Sanchez. Leslie, How's the day going so far?
Well, it's quite hot right now out here, Alan. I must say that it's a wonderful day. Thanks to Jah, it's not raining. It's a hot day, so come on out, enjoy nice food. We have drinks and sale to refresh and quench your thirst. So come out and support cycling because, Alan, you and I know that cycling is a big thing. I myself probably have a couple of fans out here that didn't know about Leslie Sanchez. But I have my own name and I have my own record. Placing top 10 twice in the cross country, it's no joke. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of commitment. It takes endurance. It takes, in quotes, Ganas.
That's right. I think twice 8th place. Is that correct? I think twice you were 8th in the cross country. And here comes Maya Bennett. 12 to go, Maya. Definitely a solid rider in your day. Your day a little bit in the past, but there's still weekend warriors out there for you, Leslie. Your day could still be sometime in the future, no? You have the days in the past, you have your present. And Kaya has come around. Kaya is coming around with 11 laps to go. And with Maya Bennett in her sights, Kaya will possibly in the next lap or two circle around Maya Bennett. I think it's a sprint lap for her next lap.
Yes.
But she's going all by herself, so no need to sprint.
Alan, I think we need to encourage more female cyclists to come out here and to increase the female population. This morning I saw 2 or 3 female in the high school category, and I strongly believe that we need to have more events for them. We need to increase this population because in just a couple minutes or a couple hours from now, we will realize that the elite cyclists, the field will increase, the peloton will increase, but we need to encourage more female cyclists, and we have a lot of talents. Look at young Gabrielle right now. She's out internationally, dominating, and had acquired a gold medal in the international event that is happening out abroad that probably you could elaborate a bit more on.
Yeah, that's right. Gabrielle got a goal yesterday in the time trial, Junior Caribbean Championships, taking place in Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic. She got a bronze medal today in the road race. And indeed, actually, it was 32 years ago, the very first female cross country, I remember, there were 3 ladies who lined up in the inaugural women's cross country. 3. That was 32 years ago. 32 years later, we're having a classic event, and there are still 3. So the field size has stayed more or less the same. There have been some little increases over the years, but nothing of real note, and that is a shame. Certainly, we need to make the effort to bring in more women into the sport, and start them at a young age. They are getting very much into volleyball. That is a big sport for girls here in Belize. But certainly there is room for them to get into cycling. And here comes Kaya. I think this is a prize lap. $25 being given away by Dr. Adrian Hushner, taken there by Kaya Katus. Maya Bennett is now a full lap behind. She has 11 laps to go while Kaya has 10. We will wait for all 3 to finish because there are 3 prizes on the line, and so we will wait for all 3 girls to finish so that they can claim their prizes. Kedisha Francis now coming across toward the start line. Kedisha Francis is there at the start line, and she now has 10 laps to go. The juniors, all you juniors out there, if you have not registered as yet for your race, please come to the tent across from the BTB office. Come register for the junior race. That is the next one on the agenda. And that will start at 1:30. If anybody wants to come and co-host, help to commentate, you are welcome. I see my buddy Gian Lino, you're waiting for the elite race, Gian. If you want to throw your voice by a microphone, you are welcome. No, he says yes. He says yes, but he can't get across the street. It takes long strides, and he only know how to pedal his bike. He don't know how to step. Some of the elite racers are already out here, guys. Definitely a lot of juniors are already out here. Gian, you line up today or no? No lining up for Gian Lino. What a shame. That means you're not trained. But there is always the Creme Classic on New Year's Day, right? Yes, sir. Kaya Katus on the Regent Street, approaching the line with 9 laps to go. 9 laps to go for Kaya Katus. And I think she's now intent, having already lapped Maya Bennett. She probably has her sights on trying to lap Kedisha Francis as well. And I think that is her goal. That is what she's thinking. That, along with get off this hot course as soon as possible.
Or you know, I motorbike out there. I'm going to come after one, but you had a motorbike.
So you wait for him? All right. Well, up to you. I just want to know that they are available to you. How we don't discuss that, right? Yeah, I know I have a motorbike for you, so you don't have to get banks out there. Here comes Maya Bennett. Maya Bennett with 10 laps to go, and she's followed closely by Kedisha Francis, who, when Kedisha crosses the line, will have 9 laps to go. So Kedisha is about to lap Maya Bennett. Kedisha on 9 laps to go, and Maya still with 10 laps left in her race. We have to hold it down right now under the tent, guys. Hold it down. All right, guys, we hope you're enjoying the live. We hope you're enjoying the September celebrations out here. Bowing and Bowing with all their products. Bellikin Bear, Lighthouse, Coca-Cola, Fanta, Crystal Water. They're all out here available to you. There are food stands out here. Rice and beans, stew chicken, baked chicken. Kaya Katus coming around again with Kedisha Francis on her mind, trying to lap Kedisha. I believe 8 laps to go for Kaya Katus. And we can see, actually the camera is there with Kedisha Francis. Kedisha coming around by the Anglican Cathedral College. She is riding there, going over those speed bumps. Kedisha in black and pink. And she'll make the turn right there by Bird's Isle. Head around by what used to be the governor's mansion. I guess now it's called House of Culture. So this is Kedisha Francis on your viewing screen, folks. Currently sitting in second place overall in this race. She has already passed Maya Bennett. She is being hunted by Kaya Katus. Kaya Katus is going to attempt to lap Kedisha in a short while. And we do see, yes, Kedisha Francis has already passed and lapped Maya. Maya still has 10 laps to go now. Kedisha with 9 to go. There at Augusto Kwan, we can see Kedisha Francis making the turn on Albert Street. All the historic businesses along Regent, or Albert and Regent, Brody's. There is the Atlantic Bank, the old Scotia Bank building now owned by the Belize Bank. Belize Global, the Wesley Methodist Church, all these grand historical colonial buildings. And I believe that our camera crew is tearing up the road to try and catch up with Kaya Katus. As we have some elite riders now showing up to register. Tyron Tasha for the G Flow team is here. So there will be a race. There will be a race later on. Kaya Katus just passed again, and I think now Kaya has 7 laps to go. 7 laps left for the LA Sweat rider. She has led the race from start, and she is planning to lead it all the way to the finish. Making the turn there now on the Albert Street, the old Barclays Bank building, now Heritage Bank. Brody's on the left, formerly Romax on the right. All of these old historic buildings. Kaya, by the way, in her jersey, you can see the blue and red band across her chest and across her sleeves. That indicates that she is a national champion in the road. She's a Belize national champion, and that's the reason why she's allowed to put those flag colors on her LA Sweat jersey. Kaya Katus, the national champ, first Belizean born rider to join a professional team. Actually, she did that even before Oscar Quiros was able to. As Kaya heads now toward the SEC, and then she'll take the turn there, a left turn at the St. John's Anglican Cathedral. It is the oldest Anglican cathedral in the Americas. Very historic building. That church, the brick building on your left there, It's a very, very historic building. The oldest Anglican cathedral in all of the Americas, and here she goes past the BTB start-finish line. And she has passed Maya Bennett for a second time. Six laps to go for Kaya Katus.
But we always call it off when the winner done and then just get in one thing up on the course, get in a position.
We have juniors out here warming up, but just make sure, guys, that you are not interfering in the race that's going on. You can come and register. The junior race is the one that's coming up next in 25 minutes. 1:30 will be the start time, and we are hoping that it will start right on the dot at 1:30.
All right.
It's going to be a prize lap. The next time Kaya comes around, she will win herself another $25 courtesy of Hughesners Professional Dentistry, donated by Dr. Adrian Hughesner. All the prizes that we have acquired are by businesses that are located on the historic Albert and Regent Street. So we only sought prizes from businesses that are on Albert Street or Regent Street. Dr. Hughesner's office is one of them on Albert Street. Here comes Kaya with 5 laps to go, and right here she wins another $25 from Dr. Adrian Hughesner. 5 to go for Kaya Katus. Maya Bennett passing at the start line. 7 laps to go for Maya. And once again, we are calling on the juniors to come and register. Your race is coming up next. And folks, we do have a result from the Dominican Republic in the junior road race. The best result we have is by Delton Rojas, who finished the junior road race in 9th position. So 9th position is the top finish for the junior boys category, and that was achieved by Delton Rojas. Congratulations to that entire team that went to Dominican Republic. The team returns to Belize tomorrow. They leave early in the morning from Santo Domingo, and they will land at the Philip Goulson International Airport at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. And I can say it was a successful trip. 3 medals gained in the Dominican Republic, 2 by Gabriel Gabriel and 1 by Jalen Briseño. We had 1 gold and 2 bronze. 4 laps to go for Kaya Katus now as she comes around. 4 laps to go. And she's aiming to lap Maya Bennett for a 3rd time. An outstanding ride by Kaya Katus. The camera now spotlighting the leader of the race, Kaya Katus. She makes a turn onto Albert Street again. At the conclusion of this lap, she will have only 3 laps to go as she passes by James Brody and company. Kaya with her head buried down, steely focus as she looks toward winning this race. I'm sure she has won it on multiple times in the past, and here she looks to do it again in 2023. The BTB September Criterium Classics, folks. We have several sponsors: William Kwan, Houston Professional Dentistry, Loans to Go. We thank them all, Bowen and Bowen. We thank them for being a partner with us. Digi. But most of all, the Belize Tourism Board. The Belize Tourism Board have sponsored all the logistics. They are the ones primarily responsible for getting all the things done in place, and they also provide all the finishing prizes. We also want to thank the September Celebrations Committee, and especially the Belize City Council, the mayor and the Belize City Council, who have their councillors out here working the race for us. And let's not forget the Belize Police Department, who are out here in force as well. So we have the Belize Police Force and the City Council, Belize City Council, or City of Belize, headed by the Mayor Bernard Wagner. Thank you for your support out here today. We are very grateful. The fans are grateful. The cyclists are grateful. And the juniors need to register because your race is coming up in only 20 minutes' time. prize ceremony officials are gonna take a refreshment break. Guys, there's food and drinks available. You can all have a little refreshments. Food and drinks available in the BTB parking lot area. There is a Bowen and Bowen tent. The kiddies can have water or sodas, and if you're of age, you may buy a beer, but only if you are of age. Here comes Kedisha Francis, still on course. Four laps, I believe, to go for Kedisha. And Kaya Katus with 2 laps to go. 2 laps for Kaya. She's lapped Maya Bennett again. And she is on pace to lap Kedisha Francis for a second time. Be the second time lap Kedisha. Yeah. Yes, man. Lap she 3 times. Maya done your lap 3 times. 1. Nah, maybe, alright, maybe. Juniors, you have 15 minutes to line up. So if you have not registered yet, I see Ivan Osha cooling off, ready to go. Big junior race coming up. Whole aggregate team huddled up over there. I trust that you guys are already registered. And we have G-Flow out there in their red. G-Flow displaying all the colors: blue, gray, sky blue, navy blue. But the fans have the red, so they cover all the bases. Red and blue. Butter both sides. Yes, I. Big up to Mr. Glenn. When Kaya comes around, it will be her bell lap. When Kaya comes around, I believe she will have 1 single lap to go. But it is Kedisha Francis still out in front of her. Kaya has not caught her as yet. She might catch her before the line. I don't think so, but there is 1 lap to go. Kedisha Francis about to be caught and lapped. Kaya Katus, 1 lap for Kaya. 1 lap to go for Kaya Katus.
Of course, like this, so I double that down up for everything, but then I understand that if you I don't want to get in the ground.
The juniors are taking it that way. I'm today right now. Minute to get up your own.
Unless you're in a group with still in a prize.
If there's a whole group here with a single.
Oh.
One man will do that,
Giovanni, I think Giovanni.
Robert,
Marlon do it.
Marlon, we went for a second lap and we jump shot on the second lap.
Anybody ride today? What's car in it?
They don't register. 501 don't register. So if they register, they have a promote. West Trap, Money, no register. Shatters register.
Folks, we are focused here on Kaya Katus on the left. Kedisha Francis on the right. Kaya is a full lap ahead. And so when she finishes, the race will be over for her. She will be the champion of the Women's Elite September Criterium Classic of 2023, as Kaya is there at the St. John's Anglican Cathedral, makes the left turn. Kedisha just 3 bike lengths off her pace, but a full lap behind. And Kaya will come in, and she makes the turn. Kedisha still has a lap to go, folks. Actually, that thing delayed, so when I had to sit there and way up there, she done the cross. I know.
You understand? But then again,
So your champion is Kaya Katus. Kedisha will finish her lap to claim second place, and Maya Bennett will be your third place winner.
listen to what I tell you now. So they want to create some people next time they fuck with you, they want to do all this.
So with 10 minutes to go before the junior race, I believe that we will allow Kedisha Francis to finish her lap and claim second place, and Maya Bennett will be granted third place. Maya Bennett will be granted third place, whether she completes or not, so long as she is on the course when Kedisha finishes. Maya, we are asking Maya to remain on course until the time that Kedisha crosses the line. As long as she remains on the course up until Kedisha crosses the line, Maya Bennett will be given her third place prize. So this will be the last lap on course for both Kedisha and for Maya Bennett. Last lap, Maya, last lap. Maya completes this lap, she will be given her third place prize. As we can see that Kedisha is on the Albert Street, about to make the turn and head to the finish line, claim her second place. Maya on Regent Street is still on course, but headed for third place. And all three will get trophies as well as cash money. Big cheese. So they will have a good September to remember. They will enjoy the independence a little bit sweeter than the rest of us. Guys, remember we still have some ladies on the course. Please don't block the road. And we are awaiting the arrival of Kedisha Francis for second place. Juniors, be ready to line up quickly at the conclusion of this race. Be ready to line up. We are expecting Kedisha Francis and then Maya Bennett. And as soon as Maya crosses the line, we will start to huddle at the start line for the junior event, which should start at 1:30, and that is in 8 minutes' time. Here comes Kaya Katus, and we'll ask Kaya to pull into the podium area, because as soon as Kedisha and Maya come around, we will distribute prizes in the women's category. Your champion, Kaya Katus. Kaya, an outstanding race for you. Of course, you rode it all alone, but that is quite normal for you. Once again, displaying your dominance here in Belize.
Thanks, Mr. Awil. Say a big thank you to all the supporters that are out here today as well. I mean, the female field is small, but I have a lot of support on the course.
Yeah, so we only have 2 other competitors. We are waiting for them to cross the line. We will grant Maya Bennett her 3rd place when she passes the line next, without having to complete all 15 laps, and then we'll move on. But of course, you have some plans for later in the day. So tell us about it, what you have looking forward to in a couple hours maybe.
Yeah, I'll try to line up with the club race and see how I fare off with them guys.
And we see Kedisha coming. Kedisha Francis. Kedisha Francis for 2nd, and here comes Maya Bennett for 3rd. Kaya, Kedisha, Maya, we want you to come into the podium area. We want to give you prizes. Kaya, before you go for that, do you have anything on the LA Sweat agenda for later this year, or is your racing season in the United States over?
The season actually concludes today, so I'm heading into off season as early as tomorrow, and it will just be local races. Hopefully, the Belize national team gets the opportunity to go to the Caribbean Cycling Championship in Guadeloupe coming up in the middle of October. I'm preparing for that, so hopefully that's next on the agenda for us.
Okay, and that's a matter, of course, that is still being negotiated and still being planned and trying to coordinate. So we could talk about that one day later, Kaya. Yes, the race is over, folks. Kaya Katus, 1st place in the Women's Open Elite. Tell me.
We have a person record for Kaya one ride the junior to youth or the band 2010, and for the people we
Can't
have
ride.
2005.
Can't ride. No.
Alan, we call away from Kyle and see where I
Youth is. He should have come for the 13 to 15. Youth are born in 2007 and 2008. Junior born in 2005 and 2006. Sorry. All of that information, the public knowledge. All right, the women's elite race is over. I think all 3 racers are here in the podium area. We need one camera, Miss Letitia. We have Kedisha is here. Kaya and Maya. We need Kaya and Maya to come collect your prize. Trophies, and a small pocket change. The junior riders, we trust all of you are already registered, and we will start in just a few minutes, in about 4 or 5 minutes. Don't go far. Asia. Kaya Katus. All right, folks, we're going to have trophy presentation for the women's open elite race. Juniors, do not stray away. Juniors, stay close. Your race will be starting very shortly. You should be very near to the start line. And Miss Letitia, let's catch these winners. The women's race, first place. First of all, before we give the winning positions, we will hand out the lap prizes. The winner of the lap 5 preem, we call it station prize. In the US they call it preem, same thing, premium. Winner of the lap 5 preem from the LA Sweat, Miss Kaya Katus. Congratulations. It's $25. $25. And that is sponsored by Dr. Adrian Husner of the Husner Professional Dentistry Clinic. Second station prize at lap 10. I want to walk Kaya, you could go and come back. Lap 10 station prize also won by Kaya Katus, the LA Sweat Rider. Congratulations. And this prize is also sponsored by Dr. Adrian Husner, your friendly neighborhood dentist. Dr. Husner and all the other sponsors of the event are businesses on the Albert and Regent Streets. So the Husner Professional Clinic is on Albert Street. And now for our position prizes, third place, young Miss Maya Bennett. Congratulations. Second place, Miss Kadisha Francis. Trophy and prize. These prizes are donated by our main sponsor, the Belize Tourism Board. Champion of the day from the LA Sweat, Miss Kaya Katus. Congratulations. It was a solo ride from start to finish. Kaya Katus, your winner. And she belongs on the top step of the podium. Maya, remove the glasses, please, so that the camera can catch you. Thank you very much. You'll get it. Congratulations, you are women elite winners. All right, folks. And now we need our juniors to line up. Mr. Commissaire. What's going on? You know you know bike outfit? Alright. Juniors, line up. We are about to begin the junior and youth event. The youth category are those cyclists who are born in 2007 or 2008. The youth riders are all those born in 2007 or 2008. Our juniors are those who are born in 2005 or 2006. Can hear the bugle announcing the race. Juniors, let me announce the race will give prizes in junior category, and there are medals in the youth category. There will be lap prizes at lap 5. Everybody to listen. Lap prizes, $25 each. At lap 5, at lap 10, and at lap 15. And the race is 20 laps. So 20 laps is the finish, but every 5 laps, a 5, 10, 15, there is prize money, $25 each, and those prizes are donated by Loans to Go. The lap prizes are courtesy of Loans to Go. You will race 20 laps. And I will announce the start list. In the youth category, Inan Valerio, Khalil Gentle, Kai Martinez. We have one foreign rider from Guatemala, Kevin Rojas. Tamron Morris, Siobhan Arzu, Carmine Smith, Keaton Wright Jr., Joseph Lamb, Demille Williams, Daniel Cramond, and Jason Godoy. The junior riders are Keon Alford, Devontae Bennett, Gian Maivet. Ashriel is a youth rider. Everett Matut is junior. Ivan Usher, Gerald Martinez, Kyle Mendes, DeAnde Flowers, Jamar Murray, Alvin Perdomo, Jaden Eck, and Steven Sylvester. If anybody didn't hear their name, it means you're not registered. Please raise your hand. So we assume everybody's name was called. 20 laps, gentlemen. His name there. 20 laps with station prizes at 5, 10, and 15. Take it away, Mr. Commissaire. We're having a short delay as young Mr. Perdomo needs some air for his wheels. Can't ride one bike race without air in your tires. So Alvin gonna get a pump and we're gonna be off shortly. All the juniors are lined up. And they are soon going to be off. We have riders here all the way from Punta Gorda. We have riders all the way from Guatemala. They have come a long way to participate in the September Criterium Classics, sponsored by BTB, run by the Cycling Federation of Belize. And we can see a lot of team jerseys, Griga team, Chavaria team, G-Flow team, Rolling Shutters team, Everett Matut, Ivan Osha have to be considered the favorites today. Guys, I put Wally mark on a back, but truth is truth. Ashrael Belial from Team Joggers, G-Flow. We're looking forward to an exciting race, guys.
young Kevin Rojas out of Guatemala City, folks. Share the live. This is the junior event, 2 event. I'll be covering this and the elite coming up after this race is completed. These guys are doing some 22 miles an hour here on Albert Street. Still Ashwell Bilal on the front, folks. Still Ashwell Bilal. Want to big up my friend here, James Sanchez. Man, tell me, don't you drink whiskey? Miss Earlies, definitely. Sweetie. Shed live. An attack by Carmine Smith as we pass in front of the Wesley Church, folks. Another watch no monitor today. On the back of the motorcycle, my driver is Mr. Gilroy Lewis, aka Williman. As Carmel fly over that bump, he's all alone. He's all alone as we make our way towards the Anglican Cathedral Church. Fans are out. As he's looking back, these guys will make a turn. There's their fans. As we make there, I can see Carlton Robinson on the side. So the juniors are all stretched out on the tarmac. Here comes Kevin Rojas. Kevin Rojas out of Petén, Guatemala, leashing an attack. He's been followed by the young kid out of from the Chavaria Cycling Club. There is there. There is an attack. By the, we call this man the Shock of Cycling. Steven Sylvester riding for Team Gun. Steven Sylvester blazing the trail, some 33 miles an hour as we make our way here on Albert and Regent. Folks, I hope the wind is not getting into this helmet. It's a new helmet I'm trying today. I hope the audio stay good for you guys as we make our way. This is a tricky course, very short, less than a mile. I have to pick up my driver. Okay, so the officials and the ball after the second. So Steven Sylvester all alone. Steven Sylvester all alone as he blazes a trail here on Albert Street. He passed in front of 4 Fias. Now, here's the fans on the side enjoying the race. It's all Steven Sylvester all alone. Big up yourself. Dennis Osman, my old classmate, my son there in Chicago, Candice guy, the whole crew, Arlen Castillo. Big up yourself. Fans is down on the sidewalk, the cheer on the riders. Later, you see a big crowd. I want to big up Henry Morera sitting at home, recovering. Good news. I know I hear you're doing good. Definitely I'll pay you a leave visit in a short while. Chit-chat a little. Here, the support team, we can see all the fans having their ice packs. Here's Mr. Guns. Mr. Guns. I think Mr. Guns will cover a race. They have a race after this event. The Weekend Warriors Guns will be after the main event today. So it's all Steven Sylvester all alone who have blown the whole race to smithereens as he makes the turn onto Regent Street, which has passed the Anglican Cathedral College, and a huge gap by the young giant of cycling, young Steven Sylvester, blazing a trail out here. I know a few of the top junior riders are away in the Dominican Republic, so I think about at least 5 of the 6 riders that would be taking part today is out there. You know, the 6 riders that are out there: young Jaheim Lewis, young Jalen Briseño, Delton Rojas, Benito Gutierrez, young Devin Major, who are all out there taking part in that race. I think the race has been completed. Rojas finishing 9th as we pass all the fans. We can see G-Flow riders. We can see Mr. Castro as we make our way on Regent Street. Like I said, it's a tricky course, so we can't be too close to the cyclists.
Why? Put on the score right there.
Yeah. So the riders have made a shortcut according to here, and it's still Steven Sylvester all alone. Steven Sylvester is all alone, folks. So continue to share the live. I want to wish everyone a happy September celebration. And it's all Steven Sylvester all alone as he blazes a trail here on Albert Street. Steven Sylvester doing some 20 miles an hour all by himself. He has broken loose from the main field of riders, and he is pushing it hard here on the Albert Street Stephen Sylvester blazing a trail. And we see more fans coming out, bringing out their chairs to sit on the sidewalk and enjoy the race as young Stephen Sylvester have blown the whole race to smithereens. Big up the LA crew. I know we can have a race there in California. I want to big them up and probably watch and rerun of that live later on. Like this morning we have races in Okaya. Just captured the women race a short while ago, but it's all Stephen Sylvester who have definitely blown the race to smithereens. They have attacked. He's all alone. It's extremely hot, folks. Again, I like to pick up my family who continues to support me in what I do and what I love. They know the danger of this sport. About, we lost two great guys, Edison Usher and Mr. Banks. We want to give them big thank you for what they have done and hope they continue to rest in peace and they are up above looking down, enjoying this event as Stephen Sylvester looking back as it seems that riders are coming across. See one of the young riders from, not sure if that is Tom Maris or Jail. There is Kevin Rojas who have made it back, and a whole field of riders, a young rider there from Chavaria. Here comes Devante Bennett looking good. There is Everett Matute and a whole bunch of riders as they make their way here on Regent Street. The young rider from Griga on the pace doing some 23 miles an hour, yes, doing 23 miles, followed by young Kevin Rojas and a whole bunch of riders as they line the tarmac here on Regent Street. Well, big up Tracy and Derek there. Next week Sunday, Big Mike, they have a race, and it's been, the prize have been given by Derek and Tracy, and of course RFNG. But we want to big up the BTB again for hosting this event out here today, run by the CFB and other sponsors. So there's an attack by a young rider. Let me know if the audio is still good, because I tried this new helmet, but the mic fly all over in my helmet. So just let me know if the audio is still great. As we are beside the lead group here, you can see young Kevin Rojas out of Petén, Guatemala. Oh, the dog in the way. Yes, young Kevin who is sitting right in second place. There's a young guy on the front from Riga. You can see Ivan Usher right in the background. Ivan Usher out of PG. As we make our way over the bump here, heading towards the Anglican Cathedral College. And there's Kevin Rojas making a bid for it. Kevin Rojas is immediately joined by man number 32 from the Chavaria cycling team. There's a Griga rider. There's young Ivan Usher. There's young Carmine Smith and the host of riders flying past. There's young Ashwell Bilal right at the back. It's about 15 riders. I'll line up 15 riders. Ashwell Bilal on the back. There is Joseph Lam, Everett Matute. Happy birthday again to Tyler Taheda. Tyler Taheda birthday today. Big up yourself, Tyler. As we make our way, just passing the riders. This mic blow all over the place. I hope the audio is still good, folks, because I say like this mic is blowing all over the place under my helmet. Yes, a pleasant good afternoon again. This is the BTB Criterium Cycling Classic, the annual classic, sponsored by the BTB, run by the Cycling Federation. We know we have some other sponsors. Mr. will have the names of the other sponsors. I know BTL is one of them. I mean, DG is one of them. I know Mr. Hushner is one of them. As we make our way along this dangerous curve, this is where young Heat Enright slipped down. The course was slippery because it was raining, but now the sun is out. It's very, very hot here and in here in the city. Young Kevin Rojas on the front. Young Kevin Rojas on the front, blazing a trail, folks. Young Kevin Rojas blazing a trail. It's been followed by the young rider from Chavaria. There's an attack by Ivan Usher. He's opened a few bicycles. Ivan Usher made a massive attack just now. Young Ivan Usher riding through rolling shutters out of PG Toledo. Ivan Usher on the front, blazing the trail, doing some 26 miles an hour. And here we can see riders coming across. Some riders coming across. Let me see. It's Devante Bennett. Devante Bennett making over. Devante Bennett came over like a freight train, folks. He's firing in all cylinders today. Devante Bennett, who won the high school race a short while ago, is here blazing the trail, and he's definitely firing in all those cylinders. I don't know if you're 8-cylinder or 12-cylinder, but the riders will fly past us. It's Kevin Rojas who have caught up to them. Young Kevin Rojas have caught up to the riders. And now it's Kevin Rojas out of Petén, Guatemala. Young Kevin Rojas opening a small gap. Kevin Rojas looking back as he makes a turn here off of Albert Street onto Regent Street. I want to big up my driver, Mr. Gilroy Lewis, as young Kevin Rojas dancing on that pedal, doing a massive turn, doing some 27 miles an hour as he makes his way past the government house. Young Kevin Rojas looking good, folks. This is the BTB annual Criterium Classic. We want to big up the Honorable Anthony Marla and the BTB for hosting such a big event. So the officials was telling my driver something. I'm not sure what he was saying, but young Kevin Rojas all alone as he makes his way on Regent Street heading towards the courthouse and onto Belize Bank. And this kid have opened a huge gap. It seems a huge gap. Young Kevin Rojas out of Petén, Guatemala, as he makes his way around the course. We can see the riders who will be taking part later in the elite race on the side, looking on, cheering on the junior riders who definitely making it exciting today on the tarmac. I can see more riders coming across. I can see Devante Bennett, young Rojas going in distance. Here comes young Jamal Murray out of Cayo. Young Jamal Murray dancing on pedal rides for G-Flow as he's making, with every pedal stroke, he's making dents into the lead of young Kevin Rojas. Young Jamal Murray had an issue with his bike earlier, but he got it solved. Young Jamal Murray. And he is about to catch up to Kevin Rojas. He's about to catch up two riders out front now. Young Jamal Murray have made it across. Two riders up front, two riders in the lead. Young Kevin Rojas out of Petén, Guatemala, and Jamal Murray rides for G-Flow as he pass in front of the Wesley Church. Two riders all alone driving the pace. Kevin Rojas out of Petén, Guatemala, along with young Jamal Murray, a young kid, very great, especially in the hills. And these two riders have blown the whole race to smithereens. They are all alone. I didn't get the amount of laps these riders are doing, but we listen to the officials and see what the laps are. There are the fans on the sidewalk. And I'm looking back and I'm not seeing anyone. And it's two riders all alone. Two riders up front, Jamal Murray and Kevin Rojas, who have blown the whole race to smithereens. They're scattered like skittles. I want to big up Mr. Ruben Martinez, Ruben Rock, the whole crew there. So, and they're all alone. Two riders are all alone. So Alana Willis telling us to pull on the side. Yeah. So
hold on, seriously, man. Looking at it here, you nearly take down the entire peloton. Yes.
So
Come up on the side and pour right front of it. Come on, man. Look here. Be safe with them. Alright? Go in this. Don't make
so
the man go front and it go close. If you want to go front, go up bar and then film back. But you can't try go up and things. You swerve right front and then back. Alright.
yeah. So folks, it can be difficult because what the official is saying that I don't know if the driver number is so good, but apparently we are kind of right beside the riders. So we make our way. The officials had some issue with my driver, swerving around the riders. He said one rider is off the back, one rider is back. We try to catch up to the race, but it seems that we won't be able to go in front of them. We'll have to stay behind the race and give you coverage, so that might be tough. Crit racing is much more difficult than the than covering road races. Yeah, yes. So we are on Albert Street as we bring you live coverage of the Junior Criterium Classic, sponsored by the BTB. As we make our way down, doing some 50 miles an hour. We catch up to some other riders. We can see the riders way in the distance, the pack of riders way in the distance. Like I said, we might not be able to go in front of the riders according to the official. We have to stay way in front or behind the field of riders as we are on Albert Street, approaching Regent Street. Big pack of riders off the front. I believe there's 2 riders. The last left, it was Kevin Rojas and and Jamal Murray, who were blazing a trail in front. So we are just behind the main field of riders. This is where we have to stay. We can go from, you can see young Ashwell Bilal on the front. I can see Steven Sylvester, all the riders. You can see Mr. Smith, Carmen Smith. You can see young Ivan Usher. And all the riders, folks. Sorry, we have to bring it this way, but the officials asked us not to go in front, so we'll have to stay behind the riders. We won't see the front of the race, so I don't know, maybe I might have to stop on the side and watch the riders as they pass. So we are with the main field of riders. You can see Everett Matu there. I can see young Keith Enright Jr., Ashwell Bilal, Cameron Morris, Ivan Usher, Joseph Lamb, Devante Bennett, Kamal Smith, as you make it well. There's Everett Matut on the front, followed by the young Keith Enright, not Keith Enright, yes, Keith Enright indeed, Keith Enright Jr. There's Mr. Lamb. And way up front, I can see, way up in the distance, I can see the 2 lead riders who have made a break. Jamal Murray and young Kevin Rojas, who have at least about 20 seconds gap, 20 seconds, 20 seconds on the main field of riders. This is the lunch. This is the main field. We can see Byron Pope warming up on the side. A pleasant good afternoon to one and all. So I don't know how I do the elite, because if the elite, then if the juniors ride so hard, the elite might have to stay one spot and cover the race. Tell me if the audio is still good, folks. Tell me if the audio is still good. This is the BTB annual Criterium Classic held here on Albert and Regent Street, sponsored by the BTB and run by the CFB. Like I said, the members from the Federation pull us over and tell us we have to stay behind. So folks, sorry about that. We can't be right beside the riders. As a young Cameron is being dropped by the main field of riders. The guy chain come off. Just behind the main field of riders, folks. Just behind the main field of riders as they complete another lap. We pass at the start finishing line in front of the BTB compound. Some 12 riders or so in this group. Some 12 riders as we make our way on Regent Street. 2 riders have broken clear of the group of riders, and that's young Kevin Rojas and young Jamal Murray. They are the fans on the side, the G-Flow fans, the West Track crew, the courthouse folks. As well as make a turn here on Albert Street. The fans they start to come out, We want to wish all our Belizeans happy September month. And these Levantes right in the mix of things here is young Malachi, who won their high school race. Young Malachi riding for Chavaria. A young rider from Chavaria is being dropped as we make our way on Albert Street, just behind the main field of riders. Yes, some 12 riders in this pack. They're chasing 2 on the front. It looks like it's Devante Bennett on the front. Devante Bennett trying to close that gap to the 2 lead riders. Devante Bennett, yes, as he makes the turn here onto Regent Street. Some 12 riders still in the hunt to try to catch the 2 riders up front. 2 riders up front are Kevin Rojas and Jamal Murray. We can see them way in the distance. Small separation just off the front. 3 riders, young Ashraf Bilal, Devante Benton, another rider from Griga, just off the front as we make our way on Regent Street, just passing the start finishing line. Carmine Smith getting a small gap, trying to make it back. These guys are doing some 23 miles an hour. We are with the main group of riders, and it's being led by a Griga rider. I believe that's Tamron Morris. Followed by Steven Sylvester, young Ashraf Bilal, Devante Bennett, and a whole heap of riders. You can see young Ivan Osha. And you can see the riders up in the distance. We make our way to the front of the race. Here on Albert Street. 2 riders off the front. Why? Jamal Murray in this group. I don't see Rojas. Rojas is all the way up front. Seems that riders have been lapped already. In this group. Riders have been lapped. I can see some other riders up in the distance. We are on Albert Street, heading towards the turn on by the Anglican Cathedral Church. And Jamal Murray on the front. There's no Kevin Rojas. Kevin Rojas seems that he has flown away. Young Kevin Rojas is maybe all the way out front. The whole race have been blown to Smyrna. There's no sight of young I think Balway lead the race way up so Gilly, the person where they lead all the way up front, the Balway they will lead. Don't see any sign of Rojas. To make a way on Albert Street, making a way to the take the post in front of the race. You know, I pull up on the side and ask the officials what to do. I don't know if they want to continue the cycle, but I'll find out what they want us to do. And we are on Albert Street and we don't see, it seems like Rojas is way in the distance. Kevin Rojas, who have blown the whole race to smithereens as he's way up ahead. We are trying to make it to Kevin Rojas, who is all the way up front, trying to make a way back. I believe Rojas have lapped these guys. Rojas has definitely lapped these three riders. Gilly, make we stop by the official and see what they say. Make we stop by the official and look at the real up and know where they go on. Make we stop by the official and see what they have to say. Pull up on the side. Pull up on the side. Oh, go. He said go. All right. Okay. All right. He said go. Huh? How much go? You buy Rojas.
The Guatemala dog first.
Okay.
Keep a lead distance count right there, and the man the call right top on. So
okay.
Lead distance.
But as long as you could turn a little bit, if he go up forward, you could.
Okay.
I don't know if you could turn.
I wonder if I could turn back way on the cycle, Gilly, or that hard.
Like
If
you turn, you're back in your way. If you turn,
all right, okay. So one ride off the front, folks. This is a very dangerous